Hello guys, once again, and welcome to my Let's Play series of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Last time, we were chopping open that door, and now that we have, we're sneaking past Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 4 gun turret security cameras, because nostalgia, lol. A ration, which gives me a little cause for concern, obviously, because when the game starts giving you free health, that means that something shitty is coming up. And while that is true, we do have a situation that does regard that we need the ration. Fortunately, it's not shit, as you'll see in a later video. But in this case, long hallway. Yeah. When you get a long hallway, obviously something important's going to happen. And in this case, exposition dump.
You should find a terminal there. Something they use to upload mission parameters to the UGs.
They are clarifying things that we've already been hearing.
Perhaps. But first, you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
Failed
A
joke.
dump? A digital optical output mounted proxy. You'll need one to interface with the terminal.
Yep, obvious
Most
fail
NVC
at
should
toilet
suffice.
humor, which is a bit of a low.
I'll see what I can come up with. How do I use it?
Simply connect to it. You should be able to use your communication.
Have you ever noticed that
to control
Ryan's
the
hair
proxy
is
UG.
always moving?
Alright, let's give it a shot.
He's standing still. His hair should not move. Find the Dwarf Gekko. Okey poke. They're giving us another grenade. Grenades are not useful in this game, period. I've never had to use a grenade. Why? It's a hack and slash. Obviously, they wouldn't put that in a game unless there was something over there, because of video game logic. You play enough of them, you start realizing this. Oh god, I made myself feel nerdy.
Right. I thought you said stealth ops were your special.
Who cares what my specialty is? I'm a fucking swordsman! Oh, fuck me. Seriously, fuck me. I hate these frickin' Blade Wolf upgrade robots. They are annoying to kill. Thankfully, these guys are vulnerable to my blade mode attacks, and they give up health when they die, if I hit them correctly. Honestly, the hit them correctly type thing is just annoying. It is just annoying. And the fact that I can't talk today means that you'll get a very interesting vocal session out of me today. So, we kill that guy. And then we work on to the actual problem. This dickface, who just stunned me, and the guy right next to me, honestly. And I miss blade mode, because I'm a moron. This thing is just the complete wrong type of thing that this game should have put in. Generics. Frickin' think about what you're putting in as a generic. Because this does not work. Why? Because it's a boss mode type of ambush, which means it's harsh, which means it's difficult, which means we're going to lose a lot of health just because these things want to be overpowered. No, your generics should be the freaking soldier dudes. They should not be battle robots. Yeah, I know they want to set up these freaking stealth ops as actual stealth ops, and that means they have consequences for when you fail them, but for the love of God, did they have to be this bad? Well, of course they did. They're freaking punishments for problems that aren't your fault, because this isn't a stealth game. It's a freaking forced stealth section. And this thing actually tried to attack me again, so I'm chopping it to bits. And for some reason, I actually grabbed the thing, because, luck. And now I made it mad. Because, there you go. Either it's overheated. Because robots. Yeah, I made it mad. Who the hell cares? It's a robot. It shouldn't have an anger setting. Seriously. Why would a robot have an anger setting? Now I chop his body into little pieces, along with the Dwarf Gekko that was piloting it. Because do you really need to make the Dwarf Gekko any powerfuler? Yes, I did just say powerfuler. Deal with it. I don't like this section.
Right.
I never liked
They
it.
continue to
It's
increase
incredibly
security. They may
annoying.
shut out all outside network
And
connections.
they're actually punishing
Please
me
do your
for not
best
being
to avoid
stealthy.
being
How
seen.
would I have been stealthy knowing that this place was covered in friggin' security? Honestly. What would I have done? Secret killed everybody? Oh, now get prepared for some messed up shit. Yeah, This is the most messed up that the game gets so far. Yeah, disembodied eyeballs in cybernetic helmets, and they all look at Raiden. That is a bad trip hallucination. But for some reason, it's happening in real life. Well, in video game life. Oh, and now they force me to kill more people, thus making the stealth section actually worse, because it's forcing it. It's forcing me to fail in a stealth section, which is also forcing it. In what universe will this have worked? Maybe the universe that a Metal Gear Rising 2 will actually exist. I don't know why it would exist, because Raiden's canon is completely annoying, along with Raiden as himself. Raiden is a bad character. Why? Because we have never, ever, fucking ever connected to him. Because his entire first existence was a freaking just setting up a 20-minute section on why the Patriots are dicks. Don't make your generics have high health. Think about Metroid. Metroid does not have high health generics unless you count the Metroids. And yes, I only played the Metroid Prime trilogy, but that still counts. You must think about what you're doing when you put things in as generic enemies. This is how you do a generic enemy. You don't do a generic enemy by throwing in a near-boss flavor of a freaking enemy and decide to just throw three of them at him. That's a dick move.
Those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh, we saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes, this must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking the brains.
Jesus.
Why would they take the eyeballs and the brains?
Wait.
I guess because the cyborgs that you've been killing have the entire head casing organs set
You said earlier that child
from
soldiers
everybody.
have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
Well, that's good to hear.
What? Desperado's just doing the surgeries there?
Why not? They have a bunch of facilities because of their supplier, or should I say client, which actually supplies them a lot of their infantry.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
Yep, might as well make the ending heart-wrenching because, well, we can't write. Raiden does not care about these kids. The fact that they are kids are the only reason that he gets sympathy. Because that's a great enough reason. I can understand that through George, they totally want to save these kids, but the fact that they are just kids are the only reason that they are going for it. I'm just saying there is virtually no connection, other than moral.
It is all ours.
And now, a weird section where you are piloting a Dwarf Gekko and having a pseudo-stealth section.
Jumpy now. Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
You know what? Shut up. I was doing fine in a hack-and-slash mentality. You made it a stealth section and made it worse.
An electric shock should knock them unconscious.
Yeah, one button instant kill moves. It works when it works. It doesn't when it's completely cake. And for the love of God, this isn't just cake, because you have to actually sneak up. Which I can buy, because these things do have electrical powers. As we've seen, these things have tried to grab our faces and do the exact same thing. Why do you think they were all hidden? These things cannot take a gunfight. Oh, and then this. This is what happens when you fail a stealth section. You panic, and then you have to avoid literally all the bullets, and then hide. Where do you think you can hide here from 7 people looking for you? Very little places, and this place is huge ass. Do you think that the Dwarf Gekko can attack? Do you think the Dwarf Gekko can take any damage? No. This thing is a glass cannon. Not even a cannon. This thing is just a glass pane. A glass pane in the ass. Yeah, I went there. I don't really care. This section is a horrible vehicle driving section. Why does it exist? Because the plot says so. Why is it terrible? Because plot. Why is the hiding terrible? There is no hiding places. There is only bad attacking parameters, and there's a Dwarf Gekko in the corner looking at me. Fuck you, Dwarf Gekko. Why are you even there? I tried to hit the button. Can't. We're Dwarf Gekko. So I have no idea what we're doing, and I have only the panic to run away from the people who are chasing me, because obviously, right now I am basically playing a mouse to a bunch of women holding shovels. Of course, it'd be the men holding shovels. Women would sit in the corner and be scared because stereotypes. Ha. I try to hit open this thing. I can't because I'm a Dwarf Gekko. I don't know. This thing is just annoying. Because there is no hiding. There isn't. It's very hard to hide. Because there are no hiding spaces, and there are a ton of people looking for you. Thankfully, the alert goes away quickly, along with the caution. The caution goes away quickly, that's a tradition. The alert goes for a while. Thankfully, they decided to skip tradition. Okay, so where was I? Okay, we're a Dwarf Gekko. And beyond that, I'm not really sure. Thankfully, with the linear gameplay, it's going to be easy to figure out what the hell we're doing. Now, that is the door that we have to go through. Unfortunately, the Dwarf Gekko doesn't. So, we need to figure out another way to get in. Continuing, bad stealth section. Should I go out and then get that guy? Well, who cares? I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, and I alerted. Thank Christ. Bad stealth section gets a lot worse. I do not know why we have to control such a pathetic thing. Imagine if we were controlling a regular Gekko. Oh, that was it? Really? Tiny window? Really? Couldn't have made it a little obvious and make it a little not grating on the mind?
Data and such into the UGs. Let's try using it to access the lab server.
You'd think they'd have security built up for this. No, they don't. Just a little messing around with the buttons, trying to figure out if this Dwarf Gekko can actually do anything. Nope, it just has move and badly hit. So let's do what we're here to do. This thing having 3 arms has actually been really useful. Oh, really? We're doing the whole USB flip over joke? That's pathetic.
Raiden, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Don't answer the question, just do it. Because this just sets up a lengthy cutaway to a bunch of sentries we don't care about. Just because they happen to be guarding the person that we're actually answering the question with.
What you do, Hank. You've already commenced the
Well, if it isn't Sundowner, the big asshole from the beginning of the frickin' game.
one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's right straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else.
Yep, they're going with the VR mission training scam that they tried in MGS2 and failed at.
We need to shit before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
Well, of course you're snooping around. You're frickin' trafficking in humans.
Each brain has its own unique requirements.
And this is the scientist trying to use science jargon to frickin' elongate pointless deadlines and trying to avoid being killed. Who the hell's this guy?
Thank you for understanding.
Holy crap, he's a huge
I'll
dude.
destroy any unharvested inventory.
What the heck? Is this the senator guy from the end of the game?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world.
Yeah, he's
Millions of them, in fact.
a big old dick
We can get more once we
politician.
set up a new
Frickin'
lab.
stereotype city
They
over
lead
here.
lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here.
Oh, so it's better if vagrant children get cut apart and built into frickin' cyborg robots built for frickin' destruction. You are a monster.
Accounting will be
And I think that's what they're going for, obviously, because they don't know how to write compelling villains.
We can confirm payment. Are we done here?
I'm surprised this scientist wasn't
I've got a full
murdered,
slate today.
because he does all the usual scientist things that get scientists murdered in really cliche storylines.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
Again, totally surprised.
You see that, Kev? And Monty's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundown.
He's the COO?
The Californian wildfire.
The
Really?
kids.
Think we're too late?
You couldn't
Only
think
one
of
way
a
to
more
find
compelling
out.
name than the
George was
fucking
still
Californian
Maybe the
wildfire.
payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what
Well,
he
it's
said.
not exactly
They've
like
already
Metal
started
Gear
some
Rising's
brains on
naming
VR
of
training.
villains has been
There
freaking
must be
top
more than just what I
notch.
found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. You definitely seem familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
Of course I am, because I have no reason to, and I can basically just chop apart literally everything in my path because everyone who's in here is basic, easy generics. They didn't put any robots. Well, if you count the Dwarf Gekkos, which I don't, because these are easy robots. They're even easier than the easy guards. It's ridiculous. This is beginner stuff, and we're in the 3rd mission. Honestly, we're in the 3rd mission, and the plot is kicking off this fast. It's kinda cool because Metal Gear Solid has really just been a warm boil type of storyline. But you know, they're trying something different, and it seems to be working. Of course, the game's ISP being the whole total destruction engine really does not amount to much when it gets in the way of the scenery. You know, ninja running people has just been the easiest way to kill them. And of course this guy hasn't died because these guys are chock full of health for no reason. Are you seriously still alive? How? How? I mean, literally, how are you alive? Okay, now we are gonna push... okay, now we're not. We're actually gonna go with the treasure box and then push the button. Because you don't skip out on an obvious treasure box. This walkway is annoyingly long. I don't know, maybe they padded it. No, it would only make sense with the room. Oh, even I can't chop it open. That's fun. That's totally fun. That's fair. Fuck you, game. You put a treasure box here, and no one opens it. That is bullcrap. I can't get that. Because I'm not a Dwarf Gekko. That's mean. That's literally mean. Okay, we go into this room, and we're actually nearing the end of the episode. We're just gonna take a phone call, and that's about it.
Find George.
Why? Because we're actually leading into a
Maybe
boss
the
fight,
coordinates you
and
sent
I
us
need
were
to
off?
save those for my Let's
No
Beat
way.
videos instead of
I
my Let's
merged
Play
the GPS
videos.
location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
So
Wish I
we
did
lost
that one
George,
first.
I
because
don't know.
obviously terrorists work
I'll
a lot
have her guys
faster
sweep the
than
area.
Maverick.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
Yep. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun making again and bitching about the game with you guys because I still hate this section. But we're actually moving into the boss fight, and I'm going to have to quit soon. So thanks for watching. I hope you see you around.